Hello everyone, Random595 here. Today I'll be explaining some tactics for Ranger in Rogue Fable 4. Alrighty, let's go. I think the most important thing for Ranger that isn't really explained in-game is speed points. If you hover over this box at the top, the only place it tells you is that if you hold shift while moving, you sprint without ending your turn. And speed points are very important for Ranger. We're also a cooldown based class, which means we want to use our abilities as much as possible and then get them back off cooldown before we engage again. For Ranger, key thing is to use your speed points to stay out of range of everything else, get your cooldowns back, and then kill the biggest threats to you. Also, personally, I'm a big fan of drinking our HP pots immediately for the extra max HP. Energy pots we hold because we don't get anything from max MP. Alrighty. So, how do you decide what is the biggest threat to a ranger? The biggest threat is probably fast enemies. Fast enemies can chase you down, and that's why you want to remove them first, because you can generally stay out of range of ranged enemies just by running away normally. So every time you see a fast enemy, that's what you want to kill first, where possible. I'll take it. Longbow. It's a nice little upgrade. Our first upgrade should always be perfect aim. The reason for this is perfect aim is just amazing. It increases your range and lets you outrange all the enemies that you're fighting. And that's one of the key parts of being a ranger in the early game, at least. Okay, we've got a slaver and a mage. Let's hit this. Now that was unstable terrain. As you can see, certain terrain gives them the little U over the top, which means they're unstable. It means they're going to take a critical hit from physical damage weapons. When you see patterns like this, it means the enemy's trying to use an ability. This is lightning strike, and the next turn something's going to happen there, and you generally want to avoid that. So there's multiple ways you can avoid it. You can step out. You can use a speed point to step out, so it doesn't take a turn. You can kill the creature creating that, or you can knock them back if you've got Power Strike. This guy has 5 range. About the range of enemies, you'll learn what it is over time, and you'll learn that whips have 5 range, early game mages have 4, and archers have 5. If you knock something back, they lose their turn, and they don't get to act. So now I know I'm inside his range. So if I go like this, I outrange him, so I take no damage. Yeah, you don't have to know precisely what their ranges are, but it does help a lot. We can use water to get unstable to really easily kill all these creatures as they come across. Now you may have noticed that some of them were unstable on grass, some creatures aren't. You'll have to learn which creatures are unstable on which terrain, because it does vary based on different creatures. We'll be drinking the HP pot, get that maximum HP. Archers, we'll use our speed points to run away, and then we'll just hit it like that. Something else you can do against archers with perfect aim, they have 5 range. If you are this far away, you can hit them and they can't hit you. Alternatively, you just run until you get power shot back and hit them, and they can't do anything. One of the key things is you always want to engage with everyone on one side of you so you can retreat back into no one territory and focus them down. It's really bad if there's creatures up here and I run down this way because I don't know what's down there. So you always want to retreat back to the area that you know is safe. Something else you'll pick up is inside rooms like this, there's going to be bunches of enemies, and you don't need to fight them, or you don't need to fight them immediately. Often it's better to avoid optional fights until the end. As a ranger, we're going to take dex because it gives us speed points and range damage and unlocks our talents, and you can pretty much stack dex all the way until 16 or whatever you want. Like pure dex stacking is good for ranger. This boss guy here, I'll show you a really good tactic to use against strong guys, or 2 tactics. First of all, if you hover over him, you can see on the right hand side down here that it says he can summon rats. Well, summoners mostly can only summon if they're in vision. So if we stay out of vision, he won't be able to see and won't be able to summon. Now, hopefully I get my other speed point back. Yeah, perfect. What you can do is you can use speed points, or you can do it somewhere else where it's easier to get him in a good spot, and power shot into a pit, and they instantly die no matter how much HP they have. So, yes, power shot into pits is incredibly strong. Okay, there's a healer over there, so we want to kill the healer first. So that is one adjustment to the priority of targets, is generally it's fast enemies first, but healers and buffers might be more of a priority depending on the situation and if you can snipe them down. And if you can, then that makes the most sense. And then this guy is my next priority, but I will also just spend some turns shooting the front guys because I can, because I couldn't deal any damage to the backline. Okay, 4 archers over here. Get that. When they arrow storm, it means they can't move, so if you just step back, you can actually just outrange them if you have perfect aim. So archers arrow storming is good for rangers. Let's see, this is the boss room. It's something you'll pick up over time. I don't know which one of them shot at me, but I'm going to kill the unstable one. When you learn what the boss rooms are, it really helps because you can engage the boss rooms later. If I fought this boss now and all the enemies come at me and then I ran into these 2 archers, I'd be in a much worse situation. Something else to note is on the ground, you'll see all these different kind of shrooms. Energy shrooms reset your cooldowns, which is insanely good for us. And obviously HP shrooms, the green ones, will heal us, and we can walk enemies through fire shrooms to deal damage. Yeah, imagine if you're fighting this boss, you ran into those archers, or you came down here and you ran into all of this. That would not be a fun time. Now, I'm going to use Power Shot immediately because I know that I'll be getting it back. And I want to use it early so that I can get more and more Power Shots throughout the fight. I've got more range, so do that, run away from their abilities. Perfect. And Power Shot, we got it back. And see, I ran back into an area I knew was safe, and then all those enemies died without really being able to hit me. AP is pretty good. So it actually boosts your talent damage. So we go from 13 to 14 talent damage, which is actually not a bad buff. MP, we don't really need right now. Potentially we could use it. We'll see. So I always recommend, once you learn, to avoid the boss room until you cleared everything else. And that way, when you fight the boss, you can do a few things. Well, first of all, you can run wherever you want, take it down to the pit. And second of all, we can try these tactics. So when an enemy sees you, there is a 50% chance that they yell and immediately alert stuff nearby. This guy didn't yell. If you exit vision range, he won't yell. So only that guy's going to come towards us. And now what I'm going to try and do is get him to pull a few of these guys. See, now we're in vision, he'll yell. And he pulled a few. Okay, he pulled the boss, I was too close. But you can try and separate the group like that. And it is very helpful. Yeah, like this. The reason why you might try and take out healers first. Run away with our speed points, use the terrain, and we're going to do a similar thing that we did to the other boss. Here, there we go, speed point in. Speed points make it nice and easy to line up. You don't have to speed point like that, but yeah, it makes it easy into the pit and easy kill. Alright, yeah, see, we did succeed in not fighting everything in the boss room at once with those tactics, but maybe I should have been a little bit further away to not pull everything. Third talent point, there's 2 things you can get. I would suggest Tunnel Shot, which you can also take Perfect Aim to. Whichever one you take, you'll take the next one with your next talent point. Tunnel Shot's just nice to have. With Glyph Gates, there's 2 things to know. I always suggest opening them from the side, so you're further away. So to be honest, if we're going up this corridor, it won't actually matter. And we get 2 ranged enemies and a melee. So we just want to hit. You're on unstable, but we can't hit you. That, and then we're just going to run away, and we can use Tunnel Shot like this. We actually don't want to kill that guy when speed points to gain distance, when we're in range of the back one. There we go. Nice. And if you just run away, nice and easy. All Glyph Gates you should only open after you've cleared everything else on the floor, as then you've got freedom to run as far as you need. Okay, so we've got a boss, and we don't have actually any really good ways to fight it. So let's just kill this guy first. Nice. We'll try knocking him back. What you can do against bosses is circular terrain is OP. Well, against anything really. You hide behind the terrain, you power shot, and then you run away, and then you repeat. And you can do this for pretty much as long as you need to kill any boss. If you try to fight that guy head on, he would deal a lot of damage. I believe he has 6 range, so it's hard to outrange him. And yeah, so it just works far better if you use the terrain to hide behind. Cool. Run away from that. Get through some of this. You can go back in when they've used that kind of ability. Yeah, probably shouldn't have just because this guy's regenerating. Yeah, there we go. We took one shot. That's alright. Yeah, it's a bit of a balance in between deciding when to run away and when to go in with your speed points. I think generally running away is safer. If you're unsure, always retreat from a fight and bring them into you, and then use your abilities as much as you can. As you'll see, I left this alone until the end, so now I've got a nice area, and I'll do the optional fight now. Yeah, get something like that. We can also just retreat backwards, get them on the unstable, and easily kill all of them. That's a nice easy fight, but if you fought that and you ran back into these 3 archers or something, then it wouldn't be fun. We'll take perfect aim too, and we'll keep drinking these potions for max. Yeah, one of the key things about perfect aim 2 is if you read over here, it allows you to shoot through your desired target and through enemies to shoot at whichever target you want. So anything in range you can shoot at, even if it's being blocked. So for example, I can't even show it here. Yeah, I can shoot this back guy here if I wanted to. Yeah. Cool. And we use our speed points. Well, there's an example of fighting something and running into something else. So the biggest threat out of these guys is the sharpshooter with his special ability sniper mode. So he's the one that we want to focus on where we can. And we'll just retreat backwards and use our, frankly, kind of absurd range to try and take no damage. When you're starving, there's 2 options. You can eat food immediately, or you can wait until you're at about half resources and then eat food to get the most value out of it. This is particularly important on mages when you're using your MP as well. Yeah, that was an accident. I didn't really mean to open that. Yeah. There's other shrooms on the ground. So we get blink shrooms, let you blink anywhere, and power shrooms. So use them where appropriate. One, that back. Another thing about power shrooms is it refreshes all your cooldowns. So if you have a power shroom, you'll be able to destroy pretty much any fight. That switch. Yeah. I don't know why I'm thinking so hard about it. These guys are nice and easy. Gain a tribute. Use it immediately. We take dex if it's an option. And if there's no dex, I would suggest taking intelligence for the increased damage. We can use our perfect aim to snipe the range units at the back and then take out the lesser units in front. Okay, so I mean, you can argue that you should keep one melee weapon, probably the spear, for reflective enemies. Otherwise, you could sell them. And I believe AP is better than armor. As for what to buy, I'm a big fan of blinks, extra healing, or flash freeze, because I have a blink. You know, I'll take the blink and the flash freeze. I like consumables more than most equipment. Alright. For this experience bot, I am notoriously bad at using experience bots. I would suggest using them against a boss. So I should have used it against the upper dungeon boss. I'm just bad at that. Okay. We want to try and kill this summoner first. And then, oops, I meant to go here. Like that. Oh, fucks me. Use that range. You'll outrange everything for most of the game. And for things that you don't directly outrange, if you can knock them back, it's just as good. Yes, we see a fight up the top there, which we'll leave alone. I had Shadow Step. Yeah, look easy. We level, put it in Dex, and now we can get ourselves Storm Shot. That's the goal. Yeah, run away from that. And we'll run again, get ourselves Power Shot, knock him back, unstable crit, easy kill. Okay, let's engage this fight. Start with that. Sniper. Easy outrange. If you run away in a straight line and they're straight, they'll follow you, so you can maneuver them through shrooms. If you're a little bit to the side, they start to do some like circling action, which makes it harder to predict where they're going to go, but it is still possible. Okay, so I happen to know that the boss is over here. We're on the 4th floor, there's a boss, and that's what this floor's like. So don't go to the side on this layout until you've cleared everything else. That guy gets knocked back. Go over here. Snipe that. Oh, okay. TP traps happen. That's alright. Shoot, you can see me. Shoot this guy. Power shot. If they're using that ability, they can't cancel it, so it's a good time to go in and kill them. There's nothing else around. Alright. What do we have? Fast. Fast is a big threat. Cool. Nice. But we had everything we needed. I haven't been hit by poison, but if you do get hit by poison, because those guys have poison attacks, a healing shroom would heal it. What do we take? So meditate's not too great for us, but I think a lot of people like sneak attack. Yeah, we'll take sneak attack. It is the best choice out of these. I'm not personally the biggest fan of sneak attack though. And now, because we're going to fight the boss, we'll drink this potion to get more experience. Pick up the item. Fight the boss. For this boss, you want to engage from the top here and then run away so you don't pull all the guys down the bottom. This boss has a 5 range, so you can actually just do some normal attacks and then push him back. Some more normal attacks. And if you do that, he doesn't stand a chance against you. You want to snipe that one. Oh, yep, whichever one we can reach, I guess. Use the shroom to refresh. There we go. Chuck that item on. I think this is a good enough item to enchant, as we really do like our speed points, and it also gives additional stats. I advise holding your enchant scrolls, not using them on your starting weapons or anything until you get better items that give you more value. For our next talent point, we always want to get Storm Shot as soon as we can. The reason for this is Storm Shot is a little different to normal attacks. So for normal attacks, we can hit here, right? Storm Shot starts from in front of us, so it hits this cell here. As you can see, the arrow went all the way there. So you can actually hit things outside of your range. And so we'll be abusing that to continue to range everything in the game. All right. Yeah, cool. This guy here is a buffer. As you can see, Song of Speed and Song of Health. So he hastes every enemy in his range and also, what is it? Heals them over time. So it's really important that you eliminate this guy first because he'll make everything a fast enemy, and fast enemies are our priority to kill. And in this way, if we kill the drummer, we get rid of the fast enemies. And on this side, we've got a healer, and they've got Ice Shield, which is a buffing ability. So they're actually our priority target. So we can choose to engage either of these. I'm going to come in, just use my range and knock him back. There's 2 slavers. I'm going to go in with speed points and actually take a hit just to kill that guy. It's worth that much to me to kill that enemy. Okay. You're gonna die. We're gonna get whipped at some stage, so let's run up here. We don't want to get whipped. And hit them like that. I don't have a speed point. This guy might whip me because I killed the front one, but that's alright. Take a little bit of damage. There we go. So when there starts to get to like the 3rd zone, you have to start making decisions about how to kill the buffers, as opposed to just a normal fight. Now, this is really unfortunate. Levitation is amazing, but we already have a boot slot item that we enchanted. So it's unfortunate. What is great though is a crossbow. We definitely want that. Crossbows are absolutely amazing in this game because they penetrate armor, and late game enemies have a lot of armor. So we'll probably buy that at some stage. Otherwise, we'll also take Gear Scroll, and if we can't get the levitation boots, or yeah, we could. Levitation potion is really good for late game situations. Yeah. There's a healer here and that guy. So since only this guy saw us, if we run away, it'll just be him that comes up here. Which means it'll be nice and easy for us to kill. Get our abilities back off cooldown. Then we're going to snipe the healer. In fact, I'll move here, so I'll push him into the shroom. And if we just use our speed points, there's nothing a melee can do to us. Okay. Yeah. Keep sniping things with our range. Now we've got a better angle to come up on this guy. He lived, but we've got tunnel shot. I'll take 1 archer hit maybe, but I'm okay with that. If you need more damage, get them on any unstable terrain to deal more damage to kill them quicker. Cool. Happy days. Head on down. Oh, good thing we didn't buy the crossbow. We get one here. This enemy is fast and gains damage. Just be careful of that. Get him on the unstable to easily kill him. Now, you could put on the crossbow immediately. It is a fairly big damage boost. But one key thing about the crossbow is it has less range. So you have 1 less range. So your normal attacks only hit here, and your long attacks only hit there. You just gotta be aware of that. I think the extra damage makes up for it. But it is important to actually keep your longer range bow around, so you've got other options. If you don't find a crossbow, or buy one, or wish for one, I think if you get a mage staff, you should keep that around just for also having the armor piercing property. This is another example of an attack that's going to go in that pathway. You should avoid them because they deal a lot of damage. So you can see we can no longer hit this cell, that longer range ability. Yeah, everything's dying pretty well. Once again, so we got a buffer, but he's also got an Orc Berserker next to him. So that means they're going to get what is it? Healing spell used on them. So, well, actually, I could probably hit them from here with this one. Nice. And then knockback. That's the key thing, choosing to engage the fights yourself. Sleeping. So if we make it unaware, it'll work. So there's a few. From here, you can really get whatever you want, depending on what you found. Some people like strafe attack. I kind of have a policy not to use it because it's generally too strong. Sprint is actually a fairly solid movement ability, but we've got 7 speed points, we don't really need it. Out of everything, you could either take Sneak Attack 2 to get critical hits on unaware enemies, or Power Shot 2 would be my recommendation. With Power Shot 2, you get a faster cooldown, more damage, and the key thing is, or not the key thing, but a nice thing is you get critical hits if you shoot anything next to you. That is a very nice damage boost, and if anything does get next to you, you can kill it easily. We are on the second floor, which means this is the side dungeon, and I'm not a big fan of doing the second side dungeon, and there's often some dangerous enemies that can be behind this, so generally I wouldn't open it, but I will open it just for you guys. Okay, we got sewers. Where are, I think if I go here, okay, hide here. So the way you can handle these guys is get your abilities all cooldown. You want knockback. There's also other ways you can do it. If you use, maybe not. Use this ability. We want to get their aggro. Cool. And then pull him down. Yeah. We run away. We'll get him into a better spot. Somewhere we can hit him with a power shot that knocks him back. Cool. And just repeat. Cool. So you can kill those guys, but generally I won't really do first side dungeon. Just because it makes the game too easy, in my opinion. Okay, so this is a static floor. So some floors in the game are preset, so you know where most of the enemies are and what the floor actually looks like. So I know that there's a boss in the middle, and that's about all there is. We'll just kill everything else first, same as normal, and then take on the boss. Ooh, Ring of Stealth, that is really nice. I personally think stealth is incredibly strong in this game. And if I get enchant scrolls, I'll put it on stealth items because I think stealth items get a huge benefit from the increase. A +1 increase to stealth is worth more than a +1 increase to most other stats. It was unstable, but I wouldn't get knocked back, so I wasn't sure if it would kill. I missed. It happens. We got a priest, which can haste and heal. So I'm actually confused. Okay, my short range. My short range is why I couldn't hit that. Let's run away. Our abilities. Librarian. Let's have a look. Librarian sells us stuff. Shadow Step is really good movement ability. Otherwise, Evasive is 10% less damage straight up. And Discord is quite effective. Discord and Power Shot, pretty much anything dies. So all of those are valid options that you could purchase. Increase your strength. To handle this boss, you can kind of do a similar tactic to before. Let's actually get rid of that so we don't knock him in that. And yeah, just knock him back, keep him at range. We've got a better option for a long range bow. And if you're not fighting armored enemies, it probably makes sense to swap that bow back on for the range. Okay, keep heading down. Alright, we've got another healer. Something about a lot of the abilities these enemies have is they don't use them if they're out of vision, so you can actually kind of control when they use their abilities. Let's go this way. That. Knock you back. This. So we didn't give him a chance to drop his healing totem. Just use speed points. If you use speed points to get out of vision, they won't notice you. So we can fight that at a later date. This looks like a crypt entrance because it's wide, and I don't know any of the other ones that are that wide. Oh, I did not mean to step forward. Thankfully, speed points will fix all our mistakes. And then here, we can keep stacking decks. You can, if you want, take int at this stage. If you've picked up a second spell like Discord, You can take int and use the MP effectively, but the extra percentage damage to your abilities is really nice. But you can also just keep stacking decks. Either is a valid option. Let's just see if there's any other enemies here, and there is a healer. Okay, which is fine. I don't know how that didn't pull the healer before. Yeah, and we just run away. Stay out of vision. I'll let you see. Come on, drop your totem. I want him to drop the totem. Come on, drop it. There we go. This healing totem gives this guy that regenerative effect, which means every turn he heals for, that's been reduced, but that looks like 6, 30, 1/5, 20% of his HP, which can be quite annoying until you kill the totem. So that's why you don't want to be in vision of these guys, and you should control the vision. Control when they can drop that totem. Okay. Get over here. There'll be 2 guys here as well, right? Okay, it's all melee. 4 guys. They don't really stand much chance against us. Basic melee without any extra attacks. A war axe, we'll be selling that. Precision is really nice. It gives you extra crit damage, and we get a lot of crits ourselves, so we'll take precision. If you wanted to kill this, I would advise to engage. Like, thing is, you don't have to kill everything in this game, so why kill all of this? There's not really going to be anything in there. You don't have to kill all of it, but I will just because we can. Since we're back to this bow, we have extra range. Hit that. Kill that guy. This guy's charging at us, but he should die. I'm okay if he drops the totem now because there's almost nothing left. Outrange, knock back, repeat. Doesn't have a chance to do anything. I mean, and yeah, nothing in there. I'll open this glyph gate now. I'm pretty sure it's just maggots. Here it is. We'll be able to learn these things, but it doesn't really matter if you know. It just makes it a little easier. Come back for this. I like going down to the 5th floor first before doing a side dungeon because I get to see what the boss is, or even kill that boss. Okay. Well, thank you, speed points, for letting us get out of there. As always, you don't want to engage fights like that. You want to engage where you can retreat backwards. My personal preference is to kill this room first, and actually never kill the room on that side. So he's blinking. Okay, summoner. Yeah. We'll get this. You out. Knock that guy back. And we'll get him onto the water here, where we get critical hits. Use my ability. Keep knocking this guy back. He's the threat, he's a summoner. Why can I not hit that from there? I guess, oh yeah, it got reduced in range. Well, let's come over here. Take him out. And now it's just a normal melee. Nice and easy. I'll show you one of the tricks you can use here. So, oh, well, we pulled one by itself. So we'll just take that guy out. But what you want to do is when everything aggroes, yeah, everything aggroed, is if you run in a circle and stay out of vision, you can drop aggro. So that guy hasn't seen us for a while, and we're just going to pull him back and forth a little bit up the top by standing here. And now we've done it correctly. He won't, yeah, we'll run up here. He can't see us, he's dropped aggro. And so now we can easily handle everything else, collect the loot. And depending on your class, you can decide if you are capable of killing this guy right now. Which we are, because we can just keep knocking him back. Once again, you can really take whatever ability you want. Sneak attack, precision, tunnel shot 2. I think 20% extra damage isn't that great, but the cooldown is, so it's really up to you. I'll just take precision. So what we're going to do for this guy is knock him back, run away. We're going to stand so we're out of vision, so we can get him with this ability, and then knock him back, and then repeat. And if we keep doing this, then he won't be able to summon. And we can kill him without taking any damage. I'll wait here, because I know I'll get this ability back. Stand here. You can shoot with Storm Shot around walls like that. And we get ourselves a really nice item. I should have drank this potion. I am so bad at drinking them. I'm just going to sell it. That's how bad I am at drinking those potions. And I'm not going to bother killing that, because we just don't need to. Okay, so now we have to go get ourselves a second rune. Because in this game, if you want to go through the gate to the final zone, it requires us to have 2 runes. There's one on the final floor before the gate, and there's one at the end of each side dungeon. So we'll go back and head down. Alrighty. Some of these side dungeons have enemies with armor, like not that guy. Which is why you want the crossbow generally for the second side dungeon. Definitely for Vault of Yendor, there are enemies with a lot of armor. Well, all the same strategies really apply. They're asleep, fine. These guys here have jump, so you want to be very careful. They've also got poison damage. Enemies with poison damage deal huge amounts of damage if you let them hit you. So always be careful about those. Very nice. Enchant the stealth. 2 stealth. Amazing. How we managed to miss that. I'm actually just going to stand here because it gives us a pretty good shot. Extra experience. Sell the items I don't need. Alright, what do we want to buy? Just double checking there's no equipment that I really want. No, not really. We will take more consumables then. I like extra HP. I'll take a second levitation pot. Energy pots are good for late game, but so are food. Mix. And then some bombs. I already have bombs. Okay, we're good then. Yep, happy. That I should probably buy 1 and keep 1 pot. Yeah. Use our abilities to range everything and head down. In my opinion, I'm strong enough to handle the final boss right now, so I'm just skipping through as fast as I can to get the rune and get back out. But you should definitely clear the side dungeons to get more loot if you are not strong enough. We're going to use our extra range on Stormshot to take this out. Something else to note is this is an enemy with protection. So if I swap in my crossbow, we'll still have enough range with this ability. And see how we're dealing 19 damage compared to how this ability, same ability. Okay, we got lucky. But you saw the first hits and how they did very little damage. Otherwise, we prefer the additional range. Yeah, stairs are generally at the top. Don't have to be, but they generally are. One of these corners, yep, that's correct. And stairs can be anywhere. Oh, very nice. Okay. Take it. I'm gonna have to kill. Okay, we pulled off all the stuff. This guy here is a buffer, so we want to kill him if we can. This terrain makes these guys restore HP. We just want to kill them before they can get over here. Let's see. If I go here, hit you with this. So I leveled up. We'll just take sneak attack. This guy, we still has his attack. If we sweep one over here, we'll take less damage. Crit hit. These guys have spears, so you just gotta be careful not letting them hit you from a little bit further away. Let's heal. Check what's in there. Would be a talent point if we wanted to search for that, which I don't particularly want to. So I am. Nah, let's leave that alone. Okay, so if you don't have a blink, always be careful when you go into a boss room because it could be pretty hard. If you want to kill this boss, you can use similar strategies. Swap on this. Yeah, we can actually just hit it like this. Oh, fairly easy. Swap this back. If you wanted to actually kill this boss, I would suggest clearing these turrets and taking out as much as you can before you actually pull the boss being in the middle. So generally, I wouldn't be killing this boss. Oh, nice. Kill this guy. Let's avoid the expanding cloud. These ones here, they drop allies when you hit them, so it's generally best to try and use your high damage abilities so they don't get with your highest damage weapon. Okay, cool. Let's see if we can pull this guy without pulling the boss. It's a situation where having stealth is bad. We'll take that off. Awesome, we pull just him, put our stealth back on. Let's knock you onto the healing shroom. Okay. So now we've cleared one side of enemies, we can fight just the boss. And I'll be able to show you an example of how to deal with Life Spike. So he's got an ability called Life Spike, which hits you for 3 turns duration, damages you and heals him. If you grab a HP shroom, it fixes that. Okay. This boss has a few other things. 140 HP, alright. There's some energy shrooms over here, and that's actually what we're going to want to use against him. Before we get him below roughly half health. So leave him above half health and then get over to shrooms. I know we're going to pull some other stuff, but kill that guy. Okay, now we're going to take the shroom. Wait, 2 turns, I'm happy with that. Hit this guy. So what I'm doing here is if I'm knocking him back, he doesn't have a chance to actually use his other abilities. Grab this from over here. Yeah. So that boss, when he gets below half HP, can split into a bunch of vampire bats, and if you don't kill them fast enough, he reforms at full HP again. So you want to try and abuse knockback, or freeze. Flash freeze would also do the same job, so that he doesn't have the chance to do that. I might make a guide on specifically that boss and how to kill him at a future date, because he can be a little bit tricky if you don't understand. Now, food. Why are there enemies there? Let me, we'll stop by this. Sell stuff that we don't need. 82 gold. This will be our last shop before Vault of Yendor. Food is always good. Double check. Yeah, we'll just take food, energy bots, and that's about it. Wow, they're 20 gold. Well, okay, cool. It's going up. Not that far. And head down. Now that we have 2 runes, we can go through. Always use the well before if you've got one nearby. Okay, Vault of Yendor. We've got 3 floors to get through, and then the boss floor. These are all static floors, so you will eventually learn what all of them are like, and then you can decide how to engage. I'm going to engage this top one first. Bam. Crossbow is very nice. Cool. As long as you engage these rooms one by one, it's nice and easy. You want to take out ranged enemies first. There is a 50% chance when you shoot something that it yells immediately. We're just getting a bit lucky. I'm going to take int. So our damage is 25, 20, and 20. And now it's 27, 22, and 22. So you saw a 10% increase, which boosts it more than Dex, which would just give a +1. Yes. Okay, this guy has teleport for his allies. As you can see, blink ally over there on the right. Take him out. I was going to get him into the... Okay, cool. Not really required. This guy has armor, but we have a crossbow, so it's not a problem. But if you were using this bow, you would notice that you're not dealing too much damage. Cool. But he's also lacking a spear. These guys have lunge. You can use your own advantage. Okay, so before you open the glyph gates, have a look around. There are some shrooms here, which would... you can either run from this side to there, or you can run from this side to those shrooms, might be better. Alrighty, let's open this. We didn't get the stairs. Use a few speed points to be out of vision, out of range. I dare you take my shroom. I'll go like this. Kill you. Not there. Yeah. That back. If I hit with this, that guy dies instantly. Ah yes, this guy can blink stuff around. He's got a spear. I only have 1 speed point. I'm going to use a speed point. Eat a food. I'm happy to burn consumables to skip through these zones. Something I should have noted is that if you actually wanted to clear all of this, then what you need to do is you need to kill the skeletons on the water. Because if you kill them on the water, then they don't leave a body behind, and if there's no body, they can't be resurrected. Yeah. So if I kill it here, it leaves a body, and certain enemies, like the liches, can resurrect the skeleton corpses. So if you want to clear everything, you should kill everything on the water, in these sections here, here, and there, and then it'll be much easier when you do these rooms, whereas if you don't do that, you may want to rush. Yeah, it depends on how you want to play. This is one of the main reasons that we really want the crossbow. As you can see, they have 13 protection, which means if you shoot them with a normal bow, you'll deal almost no damage. If you only have a normal bow, it's not impossible. You can use these spikes to deal a fair amount of damage to them. Now this floor, over time, walls will pop and release more and more golems, and eventually you'll get the stairs. Yeah. We've got a crossbow, which means we deal good damage. There are various types of golems, some of them harder than others. Oh, I only saw just then, but we have these stairs over here. Wait as long as we can to get speed points back. This is one of the hardest variations of the floors, but we are also only 1 floor from Yendor. So in 20 turns from when I get here, one of the walls will pop, I'm going to engage before that. I think I'll take this one out. You want to kill. I didn't really show it, but that's one of the liches, which can bring these guys back to life. The nice thing about this is the lava version, they will actually damage themselves on that lava terrain. So as you can see, they pretty much died. One of the other reasons I like having stealth is it makes it harder for these guys to alert their allies. Go here, pop that, this, and they'll take damage as they come across. Works for me. Yeah, that was a bit annoying. 8 damage, we deal. You deal half your damage guaranteed, so we're actually not guaranteed to fully kill that if we don't use an ability. Cool, pretty easy. We'll knock you back, right here. That. And no stairs yet, so it means it's either going to be this one or the bottom one. Yeah. Take these guys down. Watch out, these guys have 7 range, by the way. You want to be careful of that. We also don't get knocked back there. Cool, dealing good damage. Oh, there it is, and there's the stairs. Cool, not too bad. Fully rest before we go through. We've got a lot of consumables, which will be very helpful. I like to pop a levitation potion. You know what? I'll just pop one. Okay, and now we're fighting Yendor. Best thing for Yendor is you want to kill as many of his allies as you can before Yendor actually sees you. Makes your life a lot easier. We get all of our resources back. We also want to abuse these shrooms. I'm going to get rid of the healing shroom because I don't want Yendor to accidentally get that. Some stealth. Okay, so this Yendor here has Summon Tentacle Spitter, and he can only use it when he's on the water. One of the key things is you want to keep him off the water. If I go down one, can I hit you through there? And to keep him off the water, we're going to use these shrooms and knock him back every time he steps on the water or near it. Let's get this. Keep him knocked away. Should probably kill this at some stage. I should have ranged Yendor a little bit better. We're going to get knocked back next turn. This guy might be a problem. Good, he stayed off the water. Sweep one around, hit you there. Just eat the food. It's use your consumables in the Yendor fight. There's no reason not to. And he's gone. Nice. Too bad. You level up. One shot 2. When you've killed one Yendor, you always want to grab both of these wells if you didn't use them in the fight. And go down to the next level, because this way we get some nice bonus effects. Okay. Storm Yendor, fairly easy. Let's see, I'm going to hit like this. No, that won't hit that one. Since none of these have armor, I'm actually going to swap this back in so we can range Yendor more easily. Okay. And as usual, you want to kill the allies first. Since we have a levitation pot, this is actually the main reason we have a levitation pot for this floor. If you fall in this pit, as you can see, it's counting down. But if you didn't have levitation, if you fall in that pit, you instantly die. And we'll be dancing over the top of the pit a fair bit to stay safe from Yendor. We can hit him like this. Okay, wait. Let's run over here actually. You know, shoot Yendor through these guys and he can't really do much to you. Knock him back where possible. Go here, hit him like that. You know what? Let's just trade some damage. Look it away, works for me. Outrange him like that. He summoned those guys. Shoot him through them. Speed points to get away. Knock back. He'll shoot me once here, but that's okay. Outrange him again. And then just trade damage down, I guess. Tornado deals a lot of damage to make sure it doesn't suck you in. Grab this. Get everything back. Ice Yendor is by far the hardest if you don't know what you're doing. You do not want to engage Yendor and all of his allies and everything at the same time. What you want to do is run down to one of these corners down here and kill these guys while not fighting everything at once. And knock that back. Come over here. Once you've done this, you can pull just this corner nice and easily. Very easy. We can pull this guy here. Actually, let's knock him back. Okay, we'll do that. Hit Yendor. Nice. Take out the healer. Now what we're going to do is drop Yendor off. We actually want him to come down the bottom here. and then we'll hide up here and go back and forth. Oops. And Yendor will de-aggro after 20 turns, give or take. Now we can go grab the goblet. I shouldn't have stepped so close, which pulled the other two as well, but if you're fighting just melee without healers, without Yendor, it's very easy, as you can see. Cool. Grab this. And for this Yendor, you can do similar tactics. You can hit like this, and then run. Hit like that, knock back, and just repeat. Careful how many speed points you're using. Also, we can use the power pot to get more damage, get our cooldowns, get our speed points back. If we run out, we can also use food to get speed points back, or energy pots to speed things up. Because now we can repeatedly hit him like that, and nice and easy. So Ice Yendor, and knowing the tactics definitely helps. As you play more games, you'll learn what kind of threats there are from each different level. But you can use the normal ranger tactics in most cases. Yeah, I hope this helped. Hope you learned something about how to play Ranger and how to play Rogue Fable 4. If you've got any questions about any other classes or want to learn more, join us in the Discord. We're happy to help. Okay, see you guys next time.